On this day, May 17th, 23 years ago, I received a call. Um, I was at Camilla event up in Philadelphia, and I had received a call saying that my son he was in a car accident, and that they had taken him to Cooper Hospital. And that's all they told me. They didn't tell me anything else. And um, so my thing was at that very moment was to begin to pray that whatever had happened, that I will be able to deal with it, because once something is done, it's done. And I remember driving over to Cooper Hospital with my friend Jan Holland. She was in the car with me. She wanted to make sure that I was okay, that I was calm. And so we're on our way over there to the hospital. And so when I got there, again, not knowing anything about the car accident, I saw my son. He was laying in the bed. He did have like a neck brace, but overall he looked pretty good. And I whispered to him, and I whispered in his ear, what happened? And he said, "Mom, you're not going to believe this." No, he said, "Mom, a bridge fell on my car." I said, "Gene, stop playing. Stop playing." I'm like, "You're right, right?" And just then, as he was telling me, I got a call from my sister, Cynthia, and she was able to get in touch with me at the hospital, in his hospital bed. And she was on the phone, and she was crying and screaming, and I'm thinking, like what's up? Like, what's going on, And she's like, "You got to see the accident that Eugene was in. You got to see it." And just then, it was on the news, and they showed the car. They showed a whole lot of things. And I realized at that very moment, she probably thought he had died, really, as a result of what she saw, and then ultimately I saw. And I realized at that moment, right, that the blood of Jesus was all around him. He had the hedge of protection all around him. And that day told me and got me to understand that my son is just, I borrowed time. In other words, when God is ready to take us home, he will. And that was the day that my mind really opened up and realized that God loaned our sons and our daughters to us, but one day he will be bringing us all home, with him. And so it's just a miracle. It was just a miracle to know that God spared my son's life. And in so many ways, you know, but I've seen miracles before. I seen a miracle, when my mom died in September the 17th, 1982. But she didn't die until she heard the words that her grandson, Maurice, was born and that he was okay. So Maurice has the same birth date as when my mom passed away. And that was, to me, that was like a miracle that God allowed her to hang on long enough to see, to know that her grandson was going to be okay. And so through the years, there have been so many things that have happened in my life. And I realized, and I guess we all should realize that, you could think about life as playing, you're dealt a hand of cards. You're dealt a hand of cards. But the good part, if you believe in Jesus, if you believe in God, He's going to help you play that hand. So even whatever cards that have been dealt to you, the ups, the downs, just know that you're not in it alone. I've seen a lot of my friends and loved ones pass away, and very traumatic, very sad. and or maybe you have things that have happened in your life, that probably shouldn't have happened, and you're trying to figure out how you're going to make it through. Well, you know what? Turn it over. Turn it over to God. Ask Him to help you in every circumstance, in every situation. Because a lot of times, what our prayer probably should be is praying for strength, praying for wisdom, praying for the ability to accept what's going on around you and your circumstances. And so, you know, I just wanted to share that. It's always every day is a special day. Now I'm going to be honest, and a lot of times, people wonder, why am I so happy? Um, and I'm happy because I feel like I'm blessed. I am, even in spite of everything that I've gone through in my life and everything that I may go through in the future. I still feel like God got my back, and I'm just happy about that. I really am. I'm happy, and I just hope and pray that when people see me or when they interact with me, that they can see the Spirit of God through me, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. We're not taking anything with us, right? So if you have something, if you have abundance, bless someone, bless someone with that. Someone that probably wouldn't even believe that you're blessing them. And I know it's happened for me. I mean, people have been blessing me for a very, very long time, and I thank God for that. I thank God for the people that He has put in my path. I thank God for the lessons that I've learned and the lessons that I've planned to learn, And so we just need to do the best we can. We know this pandemic is a way of doing what I call reset 2020, right? We got an opportunity to do something different, to be different, to bless others with your abundance. And even if you don't have a lot, still bless somebody. Okay, it really makes you feel good as a person that you could do something to help somebody. And until we meet again, peace out.